The latest out of Las Vegas. We're now getting a look at the concert site, which still looks like it did the night of the shooting rampage. People's blankets, their bags and chairs still scattered all across that field. Authorities in Vegas announcing just this afternoon they have identified all 58 victims. Local 10's Leanne Morejon is live on the Strip, where she's been for days now, to bring us the latest. Leanne.
And police have also contacted the next of kin for all 58 victims. At this point, the investigation, we are still in the thick of it. We not only have investigators on the scene and inside that Mandalay Bay hotel room, but also at the concert site, which is just on the next block over. So many things that police are now looking into. What happened in the days and weeks ahead of this massacre, leading up to the day? What other locations was Stephen Paddock looking into? We have some more insight on that today, and also our first look at what was left behind after 11 minutes of terror. The aftermath of chaos. Our first look at where the Route 91 festival was held from high above, where 22,000 people ran for their lives. Investigators looking into the planning ahead of the massacre and whether Stephen Paddock had any help.
Troublesome that this individual was able to move this amount of gear into a hotel room unassisted.
Sources tell ABC News Paddock was seen with a woman in his final days. Authorities now working to identify her as the FBI questions Paddock's girlfriend, Mary Lou Danley, who denies any knowledge of his plot.
It never occurred to me in any way whatsoever that he was planning violence against anyone.
And it seems Paddock may have planned to attack earlier. Authorities say he researched hotels near Fenway Park. He also rented a room at the Ogden condo in downtown Vegas, overlooking a different concert 1 week ago. This is where one of the concert stages was located, and right there you can see the windows and balconies have a clear shot down below. We're also told that Paddock booked a room in Chicago during Lollapalooza adjacent to that music festival, seemingly scouting out potential targets. 58 innocent people now dead, 487 hurt, between 100 and 200 still hospitalized. Security guard Jesus Campos was the first to approach Paddock's hotel room. Paddock shot him through the door.
His bravery was amazing.
At Las Vegas City Hall today, survivors and family members of other mass shooting victims say they arrived into town last night, offering their support and experience to victims.
We just know how important it is and how much we wish we had it. And all previous mass shootings, we didn't have it. We're changing that.
And I spoke to another woman whose daughter was killed during the Aurora shooting massacre. She tells me that, and as you may know, the current police chief of Miami Beach Police, Dan Oates, he was the police chief during the time of the Aurora theater shooting. And so she says she remembers meeting him, him having a close meeting with many of the family members and the victims, and that she clearly remembers him actually weeping in front of her. She says that that stuck with her very much, and that she could tell that his support meant a lot to her, and she could tell that it really affected him on a personal level. And so she's trying to provide the same sort of support that she received in the aftermath of that shooting for the victims of this one. Reporting live in Las Vegas, Leanne Morejon, Local 10 News.
And that outpouring of support means so much right now. Leanne, thank you.